My name is Justine Quammie, and I want to share a secret with you. I love to create colorful characters out of thin air. I don't know if it's having complete control over what goes into a human being or the makings of a human being, or just the excitement that I feel, the sense of fun that I can choose all these different characteristics and lifestyles and beliefs and cultural experiences to create something completely new. So in this mini lesson, I want to just take you through a few tips and a few different ways that you can actually create your own colorful characters. So whenever I think about a person, a real live person, sometimes I wonder, well, what goes into making us? What is it that goes into making us so unique, so different? Is it the time and the place we were born in? Is it our culture, the traditions that we grew up with, religion or belief systems, or our experiences? And I would say it is all of the above. Whenever we are thinking about what goes into making a person, just think about yourself. Start with the place of birth. So, where were you born? What experiences were happening in the place where you were born? I remember that Tupac had this great poem, and it's very famous, where he talked about how he was the rose that grew out of the crack in the concrete. So he was someone who really felt he grew up in really adverse circumstances. He grew up somewhere that he was not expected to thrive. And then look how his life completely changed. Look how he went from not having a lot of money, having a lot of struggles. His parents had struggles. He also had struggles, but he managed to gain so much popularity and recognition in the world. He managed to become this beautiful rose, and this was something that was not expected. So think about the circumstances surrounding a person's birth. Okay, expectations of that person. And I would think about, even a lot of you might believe in astrology. Give that person, give that character a birthday. If there's someone who was born as a Leo, maybe then this could actually lead to this person being very headstrong. This could lead to this person being very strong-willed, tough, powerful. Maybe for a female character, this person is a very formidable mother. For a male, might be very, dominant, king of the jungle. And then I would also think about, where do you want this person to travel? Do you want them to travel to California? Do you want them to travel to countries in Africa? Do you want them to travel to, countries in South America? And then another secret of mine is that I love shapes. And then from this, I would start to think about how these locations influence the character. Okay, so that's one possibility. And then I would also think about, imagine some scenarios that you want this person to be in. So sometimes when I am imagining a character, I imagine their speech, so accent, their attitude, how they speak to other people. I also think about what kind of personality do they have? In different situations. And by that I mean, who are they with, let's say, family? Who are they when it comes to their partners? Who are they if they're in adverse situations? But I think mostly when you're creating a colorful character, what is it that is truly unique about this person? Do they have a distinct skill? Do they have a superpower without actually being a superhero? Do they have an interesting effect on those around them? And also put yourself in the story. Who are the people in life? Who are the people that you consider really unique? And then as you create your stories, of course, your characters may very well change, because sometimes I realize our idea about these characters, sometimes they take on a life of their own. It's the same way, like if you meet someone new, you might not have 100% control about an idea that you have about them. Maybe they wear a leather jacket, maybe they wear certain clothes that remind you of somebody else. And so your mind is thinking, oh, well, maybe they're similar to my friend from way back when. Maybe they like so and so because they're wearing so and so. And so our minds naturally want to make connections, and they also want to assimilate old information into the new situation that we are facing. However, with your colorful character, be as out of the box as you can. Maybe if your character is someone who, looks like a greaser, where the slick back hair, the sunglasses, the leather jacket, the tight pants, the boots. Maybe you give them a different spin. Maybe they're not really as tough as they think, or as tough as they want people to see them. Maybe they have a secret that they don't broadcast. Maybe you take a character like the librarian, and you give them like a really interesting twist. Maybe you take the common idea of the mean girl and just do something totally out of the box, like get crazy, kind of forget that, oh, maybe this is Earth and people don't do those kinds of things. Like really be different, be unique, and force yourself to, give this person a little more color, a little more excitement. Don't stick with the mundane, don't stick with the status quo. Be as creative as possible. And so those are some tips that I have for creating colorful characters. And I'll just show you some things we talked about before. Considering the time and place somebody was born in, culture, traditions, belief systems. If you want to create a colorful character, you might very well create a whole new belief system for them. Experiences, what are the circumstances around this person's birth, expectations. Give them a birthday and then look up some characteristics for that birthday to use to help create them. Think about, where would this person go? What would they learn there? What would be the impact of those locations on this person? And then scenarios that you want this person to experience. Think about how they sound. What's their accent like? Like for me personally, I love the Bronx accent. I don't know what it is. I just love it. So for me, I probably would try to have someone with a New York accent because I love it so much, you know. So think about, what kind of experiences would this person have? Would they get into a fight with someone? Would they go to a party? Would they be traveling? Would they have a family reunion with a family they haven't seen for like 20 years? Be creative. And then also some colorful characters. What is unique? Do they have a distinct skill, superpowers? What's different about them? Okay. And so as you are going through your colorful characters, I wish you luck. Let me know how this goes. And check out Quammie Creative Courses for more information on classes where I offer writing assistance. Have a blessed day.